find these people like naive, they don't know anything. The gold used to be like on the ground,
like
or
nothing,
diamond,
yeah.
that we just play with it. So these people came and see the opportunity. Say, oh, there's a large worth over here. Let's go and get it. So they had this, they call it Scramble of Africa, European, led by German during those time. They sat down and say, we're gonna take East Africa. Some French, they say we're gonna take West Africa, English, all those stuff.
Yeah.
So they can get wherever they want to get. So when they went over there, they started these things, divide and rule. They come to certain tribe, they say your tribe is better than those ones. So they'll plant bad thing about the other tribe. So people will start fighting each other while they benefit themselves. And we say they came with the Bible and gun. They are telling you have to obey your masters, but at the same time they are exploiting you. So since what they've done to Africans has damaged our mind, not to this day, but it has been
A progression?
yeah, through the ages, like all those leaders, they were pro-Western, and it came to be like the people who, then Africans after starting going to school,
You start realizing.
yeah, say, oh, we're not supposed to do this. And then it came, you remember when it was a Cold War, Russia and United States were two superpowers. So they were socialist and capitalist. So any government in Africa which was supporting socialist Americans, give some labels, a weapon to fight socialists. So that's where a lot of wars in Africa. This one fight with this one, this one fight with this one, this one. So it's a thing which has been planted a long time ago. So our leader became corrupt. So every time Europeans came with their scheme, we wanna maybe do a mining here, there's a gold, okay, we're gonna put money in your account. They bribe those officials and they will just sign. Just greed. They just think of themselves and their family. They don't care about other
Everybody
people.
else.
He's gonna come back and haunt them.
Yeah. So that's been going on. So our leaders is a big part of our problem.
Just like here.
That's the question
Yeah.
again. What was the question originally?
My question to him was why he believes that Africa, being such a resourceful continent, is viewed by the world, and even when you go over there, as almost like a cursed continent. And
Yeah, that's
versus
why we hear
the
like
US
Black
being the
Diamond and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like, and I don't know, sometimes myself I don't even know. Why is it like that?
This is like exactly why you explained it though. Is because
You
it's like a business.
Yeah.
It's like you have somebody who's great at doing something, has the skill to do it, but doesn't have the mindset to run it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think what a lot of people don't realize is the history of Africa. People have always pushed Africans aside. When during the Dark Ages, what a lot of people don't know is that in the continent of Africa, there was a lot of Africans who were still keeping the Sabbath for for thousands of years, or for centuries. But while Europe was being brainwashed into the whole believing in the Sunday and different doctrines by the Catholic Church never really infiltrated Africa. So Africa had a lot of people who left other parts, went to Africa for freedom, or I guess you would say religion in a way, but they were still keeping the Sabbath. And today you go to certain tribes in Africa and they keep the Sabbath, which is really interesting. Very interesting. I think God has a special plan for that continent originally. I mean, you look at Africa and whatnot, and people have even talked about the Garden of Eden. I mean, the original people who were there. So I think it's a mixture of.
Isn't that the land that God blessed after Abraham?
I mean, you look at Israel, you look at Iraq, you look at Iran. The some places that today struggle are the same places that originally, even Asia, is the early churches and stuff. But I believe, this is me, because the original people that came out of there, they knew better. And then
Yeah.
afterwards, it was like almost like a curse. It was almost like the Jews. I mean,
But I think sometimes I thank God in our situation because people are more receptive to gospel than Western world. Sometimes if I think if people are more they don't worry about they're gonna eat.
um,
They have cars, they have air condition. They don't really worry about clothes. You know stuff, basic stuff.
mhm.
Yeah. Shelter, food, and clothes. That's our
Okay.
basic things for human being. So, but in Africa, people, I think they are more receptive to gospel because they are in that poverty
In need.
and they're in need. So when you tell them about Jesus, that there is life to come, this is not it. Though you may suffer here, but if
They're more
you
receptive, like you said.
you
That goes
obey
with the
God
theory.
and you
That
accept
goes with the theory.
Jesus.
When you're rich,
Yeah, that's why you go in Africa and like in
Sure.
an open field, if there is an evangelistic meeting, a lot of people come and listen. They'll come and listen and a lot of people will get baptized. But we have two major religions in Africa, Islam and Christianity. So they had
Which one's more dominating? Is Islam?
I say
It's
it's
a
like
mixture.
mixture.
Definitely.
Yeah. Islam are more in a coast, like Indian Ocean coast,
Hmm.
through from you know the geography of Africa and is closer to Saudi Arabia. So when Muslims were doing business, trade routes, that's how they spread their religion through the coast of East Africa and through Northern Africa. All of the northern part of Africa are Muslims.
Hmm.
Then you come south, you start seeing Christians. It's because those were converts of Muslim were because of trade, and Muslim spread their religion by sword.
Mhm.
It was like whether you accept Muhammad or you'll be dead. So that's how they spread their religion, by force. So that's why they swept like from Saudi Arabia all the way down to Africa. The only place where they made resistance is Spain.
Yeah.
Yeah, Spain fought them and drive them out.
Mhm.
So that's why you see. But in part of Turkey,
Wow,
Turkey
you know
is,
what? I
yeah,
learned something.
yeah,
I didn't know that.
The what?
That Islam was forced
yeah,
Yeah, it's by the sword.
by force.
Yeah.
It wasn't just natural love, because
Uh-huh.
of the message and
no,
And today, I mean,
huh.
like in Spain,
Mhm.
they say Allah a lot.
Okay.
In Spanish, when they speak, they're like
Mhm.
Allah. They do that a lot because it comes from the Muslims who lived there for so many years, infiltrated in a
Okay.
lot of their culture. So you can start going up to Spain, where I think like where Portugal is. There's a lot of Muslims out there.
Yeah.
A lot. My wife's mother's from Spain,
Oh.
and there's a lot of different words they use that is originally Arabic, actually.
Oh, okay. Yeah, even in part of Turkey, is a white Muslim.
Mhm.
So that's why Ottoman Empire, which were ruling all the way to Jerusalem, when that general in England, his name was Arthur, went and drive them out. That's why you get when you know this Freemason, how they started.
Mhm. Freemasons.
Yeah, they started as Knight Templar, right?
Knight Templars. Yeah.
Yeah, so that they claim to
Wow.
wherever. I don't know, but I think sometimes it's good to be in a condition where you really have to pray God every day.
Where you don't rely just upon your means, but you
Yeah,
have to
say,
rely on a higher
for
power.
me to survive. This has happened to me too here in America. When I came over here, my stepfather in Africa was a rich guy. So as soon as I stepped in America, it just died. My 10 months when I was here, that was back 2003. So I have to figure out how I'm gonna live in America. I'm a foreigner. No, you're not allowed to work, and you have to survive. Then I see the only thing, I have to depend on God. That's my only hope. So I think sometimes it's not good to be poor. It's not good when you know that you don't know where you're gonna eat or you don't have clothes. It's not good.
But you learn to depend
Yeah.
on a higher power than yourself.
Yeah, so when you deliver a message over there, people are really accepting it.
Were you born in the faith or no?
Yeah, I was born in the faith.
Nice.
Yeah, I was born in the faith, and there's a lot of Christian religion in Africa. Like there's a Lutherans, Catholic are dominant. And, but one thing about Catholics, they don't dig deep in the Bible. They just use that catechism, whatever they call it,
Yeah.
to recite it, and that's all they know. So when they meet a strong Bible or preacher who know what he's preaching, it's easy to convert them. So Adventists now in East Africa are spreading faster than any, because they're using
The Bible.
the Bible and prophecy. You know, a lot of people over there, they know their Bible, like gospel and stuff. They know a lot, like Pentecostals, Lutheran, Anglicans, or others. But when you teach them different stuff, like you say, the basic is Jesus. Is the prophets go hand with Jesus, like it's two things together, you cannot separate.
Greater
So
light,
that,
lesser light.
that prophecy message,
Huge.
baptizing a lot of people. Sometimes even the old church of Sunday denomination convert to Adventist.
Because of the prophecy movement.
Yeah. So that baptize a lot of people.
I need to go on a mission trip.
Yeah.
Man.
So this year there was a mission trip these people went in Africa. Where I'm from, they went to a Muslim area. They baptized some people over there.
I think it'll really humble us.
Yeah.
Man.
You go over there, you see.
Reformation.
I always tell American kids, like, you don't know how blessed you were to be born in America. You choose what to eat. Sometimes you choose, I don't like that shoes, I like this. We didn't have that choice. They give you shoes, that's what you have.
You go to Jack in the Box and go to that 99-cent menu.
Yeah.
Africans would be so upset.
Yeah, so.
And $1 ain't nothing.
So, but today, you see, like, when I came to America, I thought, you know, Adventist started in America.
It's an American religion.
So when I came here, I had this mind that America, there's a lot of Adventists. Then I came here, I knew that, oh, it's a very few Adventists in America.
I want to say Baptists, Lutherans, Methodists, Catholics, these are all European religions.
Yeah.
America has not only their own, one of their, religious per se, like Seventh-day Adventists, but we have an author, one of the founders, Ellen G. White, who's the most translated author, female author in the United States of America, and I believe in the world too, if I'm mistaken. She's one of the most translated, she's the most translated female male in the United States, and I think one of the most translated female in the world. But yet, most people have never heard of Ellen G. White, none of her writings, or even heard of Seventh-day Adventist. Most Americans have no idea what a Seventh-day Adventist is.
Yeah.
And yet it's an American religion.
And back like in my hometown, the Adventist, if you're an Adventist, all other people are looking at you, you are like, you have to set, you're an example. Everything goes, if you mess, they say, oh, you're an Adventist, you're not supposed to do that, you're not.
Wow.
So if you're an Adventist, just watch what you're doing, man. People are watching. You slip down, people, an Adventist, man, you're not supposed to do this. So you have to be very careful. How you conduct yourself, how we dress. Even Adventist women, they don't curl their hair, put any chemical. You see right away, no, that's the Adventist girl.
They really do mark the difference,
Yeah,
huh?
you know the difference.
Let me ask you this:
Yeah.
how is worship music-wise in the church in Africa?
Yeah, it's very conservative.
Now, I want to say this because
Yeah.
many people always say, well, it depends where you're from, because, here in America, they play all types of music in churches, but they say, well, you go to Africa, I'm sure they play this type of music. I'm like, actually,
No.
they're more conservatives than Americans are.
Like when we came here, we were in shock.
This is what I'm going to
Oh,
really get.
wow.
Please preach on this, brother. We're talking to an African man who knows.
When we came over here, we like, is this Adventist church?
I mean, this is sad, but
Yeah, this is more of Pentecostal what? Because how we used to worship back home, you go in church with reverence.
Reverence.
Yeah,
Reverence.
Yeah.
Ah, exactly.
You go
Okay.
in church. Like this week, this lesson.
Oh, this week's lesson.
Yeah.
Oh,
beautiful lessons.
Yeah.
last week's too.
So that's how we used to. Even girls with the high heels, I remember, if they come in church and the church, you have to eliminate any kind of noise. Even the choir are singing, not shouting, like singing orderly. Very good. And to be in a choir, you have to put up application, go through the church board, and they see who you are, and they allow you in the choir.
Oh my goodness. Okay, let me ask you about this. How about special music? What do they do in order, if I want to go there and sing special music, what do I have to do?
You'll be allowed to sing.
Will they have to screen that?
No.
No?
They don't have to scream. They know that Adventist is universal, so they know that church manual we have.
Should be. At least it should be.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not always true, but it should be. Let me ask you this. When a person is finished singing, what do you guys do afterwards? Is there clapping? Is there any
No, we're not clapping. It's not allowed.
And this is Africa. We're talking about Africa,
Yeah.
okay? Just
It's
making
not
that clear.
allowed. Clapping.
Okay.
Yeah.
It would be amen.
You just say amen.
Okay.
Yeah, like I remember when I went to a general conference in Atlanta, the guy, the new president, say you don't need to clap, just say amen.
You did say that?
Yeah, that's what he
Okay.
said.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true. What about instruments? What kind of instruments?
We use more of organ, and some people use guitar.
Guitar?
Yeah, and some people use a cappella.
What
Yes.
about percussion?
Percussion. What
Like
is
drums.
Drums? Any percussion?
Oh no, drums is prohibited in church.
Really?
Yeah, they say.
Hey, V, come down here. We're interviewing somebody.
Yeah, they say they really against drums. Like you cannot play drums
Okay.
at church at all. Even sometimes piano, it has been a battle. You have to play it like in a way where it don't stimulate people,
Okay, repeat that again.
Yeah.
Okay, even the piano. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
In some church you don't play piano because they believe when you put those kind of drums and kind of getting people
Chords.
like yeah,
It
take them
stimulates.
to it stimulate them and take them to another level, so they lose the focus that they are before God.
Wow.
We believe we're not going to church to be entertained. We are going to worship God.
Well,
You are just.
well, I want to keep it.
So
become
when
a
I
popular
came over
man.
here,
You're
I
going
had,
all over
we have
Facebook.
to entertain our youth. Man, back home we used to be in a Pathfinder, AY, very disciplined. We are not going to be entertained.
How old are you?
I'm 32.
Okay, so you're not old at all. Okay.
Yeah.
So
So that's where, when I came here, they are begging youth to be in a church. But back home, you just, oh man, I gotta be there. Understand? In a Sabbath day, we used not to do anything. Literally, like in Friday, is literally a preparation day. That's
would you guys cook Sabbath after lunch, or would you just warm up?
No, we warm up food. They say if you are able, just prepare your stuff. Even ironing on Saturday. You can be in trouble ironing on Saturday with your parents. That's what I grew up seeing. On Friday evening, you see in Adventist home, people are brushing their shoes like tomorrow is a big thing. We eat our best food. So I remember, I miss home.
Hey
There's
guys,
somebody,
this is bad. We have to go to the condos upstairs.
Yeah.
You gonna be hanging out for a little bit?
Yeah.
We need to talk more. Don't leave. What was your name again? Safiri. I don't want to say it Safari. Safiri. We need to
Safiri.
talk. This is amazing. You have no idea.
All right.
Okay?
Wow, very, very, very interesting. Thanks, Safir.